Here the specific thing I want to talk about is the focus on the shadows. I have not only mentioned these shadows as ghosts or different entities, but it is more like these are thought particles. They are always roaming around in the world, and it's a thought pollution, you can say, that has already taken over the world. Everywhere it is, no place is free from it. You go anywhere, you will find some kind of a particular thought pattern in your mind. Somewhere that thought pattern will feel like it is you thinking all those things, but and you will be judging yourself. Can I think this? How can I think this much bad or this much cruel about somebody? Or how can I think of harming my own people or something like that? But it's not your thoughts. Something is influencing them. Some particles, some thought particles are influencing them. So shadows are not just the ghost kind of a thing, or spirits, or you know I think that is like a human shade, but it's more of particles, you can say. And I have not mentioned in the book. I've not mentioned it in the book because before when it was written, I saw it that manner. This was shown in that manner only, as the human system, as a human energy, as the God created us in His form, in the same form. These things were visible. When I deep dived into it, it's more like very subtle and very subtle and very small particles that are there in it. That's why it is able to get that life in our system. But yeah, if you zoom into that small particle, it is going out, like coming out to be a big shadow standing just beside you. That is how it is. It's very complicated to share it or explain it, but I'm able to say it now because I have seen it from different dimensions. And you go more and more higher into the consciousness dimension, and you try to see it from there. The more small they becomes, and more you are at a human plane and you're accessing that consciousness there. From there it will look like something big or haunting to you, and you might get afraid as well. That's how it is. Like, I used to get afraid as well, but slowly when the consciousness level raised, these things became very small particles. But still I can see that how they are like influencing everything. But it is all into dimensions, in different dimensions. The level of dimension your consciousness get, in the same manner you will be able to perceive it. And all the dimensions are true, none of them are like false, and at the same time all are false. Nothing is true. Till the time you are in the human plane and living the human life, everything is true at a human plane. At the moment you rise from the human plane above, the moment you rise above the duality, everything is false, everything is unreal, because it is just an illusion at the end. So in the illusion as well, there are so many layers of that illusion that I'm sharing with you. And hopefully if you read the book, you will get to know the different dimensions and understanding how these thought particles or shadows, you can say, or ghost spirits and all those things are there. It's a very little part of it. Everything is there. But yeah, nothing is to be afraid of. It's more like you have to rise yourself, or you have to connect yourself to the higher state, or to the higher self of yours only, or the inner self. You make your inner self that stronger, that you are able to perceive these things and don't get affected by it. Don't get afraid of it. So that's the level you need to create. But yeah, for that you have to first know what all is there, and what all is influencing your decision, your thought process, your mindset. Because we think that this mindset is ours, but what I have seen is like there are things that are affecting us all the time. Not like at a single moment. All the time it is there. All the time you're surrounded by people. All the time you're surrounded by shadows, energies. Everything is there. It's just that you're not able to perceive it because your consciousness is limited to the material gross plane. The moment you start cleaning your system and you become more subtle and subtle, you are able to experience the subtle subtle surrounding of you as well. So that subtle surrounding is what influencing your subtle thoughts, because thoughts are very subtle. It's like gross form. Like Brahma imagined something and it got created. Creation took billions years, but thought was like in a moment. So you're in a moment, that thought that comes is a very energy form. Oh, like you can say from energy it is coming as a thought particle thought, and then it is getting manifested as well to the level you are connected to that thought or holding that thought. But yeah, not all the time, because that thought also starts creating a universe for you inside you until that work is complete. And still, if you are holding on to that thought, that thing will manifest anyhow.